Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do a review on this Ninja CREAMi Deluxe ice cream maker. So I was given this to me free from Ninja, but I was not paid for this video. So it does come with two of these quart containers. Now I have done some work ahead of time. You do have to freeze your contents 24 hours in advance, which I have done. I'm going to be making vanilla ice cream. I might add some Oreos to it. And then this is like a sorbet. This is canned peaches with the heavy syrup in it. And as you can, so here we can see that the contents are completely frozen, so it does have to be in the freezer for 24 hours. This is the ice cream mix. This was a liquid and now it is completely frozen. Okay, so let's go over to the machine. Here's what you're gonna put this just slides out, slides in and slides out. Now we've got this, we gotta open it up. Now here we're gonna press this unlock button. You're gonna slide this to the unlock, lift this up. This is where those containers are going to go. So you do have some lines on here that kind of tell you how much to put in it. Like this is the ice cream, so it's already frozen. There's these little notches. Make sure those kind of line up with the bottom there. Now the top, this has the paddle wheel. Now to take the paddle wheel out, there is a release. You're going to go like, that's the release. Here's the paddle wheel. Now be careful. The edges on this one are a little bit sharp, but nothing too bad. Now, the way this works is the paddle is going to be spinning at a high rate of speed. It's going to go down in here. It's going to shave this frozen contents. So you may be wondering, there's the shaft that spins, and this is going to attach to it. Now, how does this stay? There is a magnet. But how does this stay attached to it? Well, it keeps it in constant motion. So this thing is always turning. That's how this stays attached to it. And so what I love about all these parts are dishwasher safe. So to put the paddle wheel in, there's these little ears you're going to have to get apart. Very easy to just kind of set it there, hold that, press that paddle wheel up, and then just kind of let it go. It'll kind of spring back, and now it is held. It's still loose, but it's held and it can turn now. Now the Ninja does come with a very nice recipe book, and I have followed these. I'm doing the vanilla ice cream. I follow them to a T, so it gives you just the right amount for when you want to put in here. Lots of different recipes. I really do like this. Now some things about the container. We've got two lines here. We've got freeze fill, pour in, and the scoopable. So this machine can do scoopable and drinkable. Now that's going to coincide with the modes over here. We got to see that on this left-hand side it says scoopable, and on here it says drinkable. So like milkshake, slushy, frozen drink, creamicino, and Italian ice, these are all drinkable. The scoopables, these are like ice cream, sorbet, gelato, frozen yogurt. So I'll be first doing a scoopable. Well, actually, both of mine will be scoopables. I might do a milkshake also. Then we're also going to tell it, do we want it to go, that knife or that paddle wheel, do we want it to go all the way down into the container, halfway, or just the bottom? I normally do all the way the full. Now, when you want to do drinkables, it has to always be on full. When you do anything on this right-hand side, it has to be full. You can't do top or bottom on the drinkable. That's just for the scoopable. Then we got buttons down here. This is the power button. We got a mix-in button, and we got a respin. We also have this install light. So when this install light's flashing, that means it's not set up properly, and you're not going to be able to start it. So when you're ready to start it, you're going to press this button. So there are safety features to keep that from spinning until it's all assembled correctly. So again, when I poured mine, since I'm doing the scoopable, I filled it up to this line. It's a little hard to see, but it's kind of this line right here. When you do pour-ins, it's a little bit different line. It's this line right here. Okay, so let's put it in. Again, that's just plain old vanilla ice cream we're going to be making. Line this up, align the dots. Now, make sure this is installed kind of flat and rotate it. You're going to hear a click. That's very important. Now you're going to take the handle and it's going to slide. You can see there's these little grooves. Just slide it in. But we got to do one more step. My install light is still flashing. That means it's not installed correctly. So take the handle and rotate it. Now sometimes it gets caught here. Just kind of rotate it. May have to go a little bit harder. It's kind of lining up that groove. But sometimes it'll just go right away. So let's just rotate it until it clicks. See, mine's not wanting to go. So just kind of there. Now it clicked in. The install light went away, and now my screen is powered up. The first thing, top, full, or bottom. Again, I don't normally do full. Even though I'm doing scoopable, I could do these other ones. And I'm going to select ice cream. There's a little dot that says ice cream. So see how I've got full selected and ice cream. And again, if I select bottom, say I want to just do the top part of that, I can't go over and do the drinkables. It won't let me go over and select them. I have to make sure I'm on full. Now I can select these. Ice cream full, 2 minutes. Okay, I'm going to simply just press the button. It is a little loud, but that paddle wheel is going to be spinning really fast and coming down. And there it goes. It's going to go all the way down. It's going to keep spinning, and it's going to keep spinning as it goes back up. Okay, so sometimes it's going really fast and it's got a minute left. It kind of slowed down. I think it's retracting the paddle wheel. It goes slower when it retracts the paddle wheel. Miss Fiona thinks she's getting a cookie, but she's not. Okay, so it doesn't beep at you or anything. It just goes to 0 and the enjoy light comes on. So now you got to press there's a release button here. Press this, this will rotate, pull this out. Let's take a look how it did. Press this, this is the unlock button. There's the ice cream. Now, at this point, you can respin it if you're not going to add any mix-ins. I'm going to add some Oreos. These things, you got to crush them up a little bit, but I'm going to show you how to add these mix-ins. So in this manual, it also goes over the mix-ins. So hard mix-ins like nuts, it doesn't really chop those up, but like soft mix-ins, like cereal or Oreo cookies or pretzels, it will kind of chop them up and get them in there. You're not supposed to put anything frozen in for a mix-in. Okay, we can see how that's really creamy, but we're gonna make a hole down the center. Anytime you're adding mix-ins, this is a part you're gonna have to do. You're just gonna have to make kind of a hole down the center. And then you just have to crumble these up in about 4 pieces. And just kind of push them down in there. I normally do about 3 cookies. Kind of helps sometimes if you push them down in the middle right there, yeah. Okay, now we're gonna go put it back in the machine. Okay, so just reassemble it, make sure those kind of pop down. Keep this stays nice, so just put this right back on, don't touch it. Click, slide in, make sure you rotate it. Now we're gonna do mix in. We're gonna press the mix in button. Well, first we have to press full. Let's do mix in. As soon as you press the mix in button, it is going to start. Now it's gonna run that paddle wheel all the way down again. Okay, so it just stops. The enjoy light is on. Press this release button over here, press it down, pull it out. Again, let's open this up and now let's take a look. Okay, so now again, this is all dishwasher safe. Take that apart. Here's our ice cream, Oreo ice cream. So here's the fun thing about these containers. I can eat it out of here. I can serve it out of here. That does have some big chunks, but for the most part, they are chopped up pretty good. Now, so say you want to serve some, okay? And then you're like, oh, it's too much, it made too much. You can refreeze this and then respin it at a later date. So say 3 or 4 days from now, you want to eat the rest. Just kind of make it flat, it says. Put the provided lid back on. Put this back in the freezer and refreeze it. Then you'll just come back over here and do the full again and the respin. So let's take a bite of this ice cream. That's really good ice cream. I don't taste ice crystals or nothing. It just tastes like a really smooth ice cream. Okay, so next let's make a sorbet. This is my wife's favorite. She likes canned peaches in heavy syrup. She likes the one that's not as sugary, but I went ahead and got the one in heavy syrup. And what you do is you just pour this whole can with the syrup and everything into here and just freeze it. Very simple. I went over the sink, gave this a quick wash. We're gonna put it in, put this on, slide it in, rotate it. Again, I have to select full. I'm gonna rotate this down to sorbet, and I'm gonna hit start. It's 4 minutes. So again, it's got about a minute left. It slows down when it's retracting it. Now when it finishes this one, I also like, mine is a little crumbly because it's pretty frozen. You can have it that way, but I'm gonna do a respin and it just makes it so much better. Okay, so let's take a look, release, pull it out. So again, I like to respin this. It is a little crumbly. Okay, so I put everything right back together. We're gonna put it in, rotate it. Again, you gotta select full. I'm gonna do respin. Now on respin, it doesn't spin quite as fast, but it does go all the way down and back up. Okay, so it's done. Let's see how it did. Pull it out. There, that's a delicious sorbet now. There's what the paddle wheels look like. All of those peaches were chopped up. And again, I can't tell you, this just tastes, see how it just really helped it? It was a little crumbly there. Again, take out what you want, put this back in the freezer and just respin it when you want to get some more out of it. It works really, really well, but this tastes really good. Okay, so let's make a milkshake now. So a milkshake is something that you don't have to have frozen ahead of time. You do have to have some whole milk or some milk. You do have to have some ice cream. So the ice cream is going to be frozen. You can use any kind of flavor ice cream you want. I'm going to use this. So we're going to put the ice cream and the milk into our container. Takes 3/4 of a cup of milk and 2 1/4 cups of ice cream. Okay, so I've got the, just basically don't go above the scoopable or this line right here. Got the milk, ice cream in. Let's put the paddle wheel on top or put it in this. Again, I just wash that up real easy. All right, slide it in and turn it until it clicks. The unit did power down, so turn it back on. Again, you always have to press full. For a milkshake, you're going to do full. Let's go over here to milkshake and then press the start button. So I can do mix-ins with the milkshake also. I could, after this is done, I could take the lid off, throw in some mix-ins like some Oreo cookies, and then hit the mix-in button and it would mix them in there. Okay, so let's see how it did. There's the, now the milkshake is a little runny, but there is the milkshake. It's nice and thick. Okay, so let's get the milkshake. Oh yeah, that looks good. Milkshakes out of here are really, really good. It's just the right consistency. I think milkshakes are one of the best things that come out of this. And they're quick and easy because you don't have to have the ingredients frozen ahead of time, but you do have to have some ice cream, so. Yeah, that looks like a really good milkshake. There are so many other drinks you can make with it and scoopable. And again, if you just follow the recipe book, it's very descriptive on all the different kinds of drinks you can make with it. And you can kind of substitute different things. But again, just follow this and it will help you with each one of those. Because in there, it tells you exactly what to use, how much to use, what to put the setting on. So front to back, you're looking at almost about 12 inches. Okay, so height-wise, you're looking at just under 17 inches. It will fit under kitchen cabinets. Left to right, you're looking at almost 6.5 inches. Again, it does look really stylish. Again, that's the big release button. Over here on this side is what it looks like. I'm very happy with this Ninja CREAMi Deluxe. I also reviewed their older one, the Ninja CREAMi. It's a very nice one also. I'm going to be doing a comparison. There's a lot of things. These containers don't match up with each other, so you cannot use these on the older Ninja CREAMi. But I'm going to be doing a side-by-side comparison. This one might be a little bit quieter maybe, but you get a lot more functions. They've kind of redesigned the paddle wheel, so look for that video, a side-by-side comparison of the two Ninja CREAMi. Again, this is the brand new one. This is the Deluxe. They do have a new Ninja CREAMi out that doesn't have quite as many functions, but kind of looks like this also. But they call this like the 11 function or 10-in-1 ice cream and frozen drink maker. Again, I'm very impressed with this Ninja product. I really do like my Ninja products. They just make things very well. I love when they put the recipe book with it that you can follow. Tells you what settings to use. These are just really, really nice. And we use the heck out of this. We keep stuff frozen all the time that you can just throw right in there. You do have to do that prep work. You do have to have some things frozen ahead of time, but if you want to make a milkshake real quick, but I just really do like this Ninja CREAMi. So if you could, please like and subscribe, and thank you everybody for your support.